everybody knows that you ruined it. Everyone knows that you ruined the language. You took all the words. Michael, look, to solve this problem, we need to get you here over to the UK to learn how to speak English correctly, okay?
All right, everybody, welcome to another episode. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I have a very special guest for you today, Dave, teacher Dave. He is a 超级英国老师. That's a super teacher.
I'm not a super teacher, I just have super students. That is the secret to being a super teacher, yeah.
I think Cambly would disagree. You are their top teacher, number one teacher, almost 5-star rating, over 1,000 classes. How did you become number one on Cambly? I gotta know.
I don't know. I think I just found out just now. If I was to sum it up in a short way, it's about fun. It's about having fun, but it's also about being disciplined. So it's a mix of being disciplined and it's a mix of having fun learning English. Because you can take grammar and put it away. If you're not having fun, you won't learn. You won't immerse yourself. So I immersed my students. I put them through a washing machine of English, and they come out the other end clean and fluent. That's how it works.
Okay, so I think that's the secret of Cambly is you can just go on and chat and have fun with teachers like yourself, wouldn't you say?
It's a great way. Becoming immersed and practicing regularly is the best way to learn language. Immersion, so practicing all the time, is way better for accuracy and fluency, and that's proven in studies of language. So yeah, Cambly is a great way to learn English.
Right now in China is double 12. Do you know what that is?
No, what's double 12? I know 11/11, but what's double 12?
Well, 11/11 was the first shopping holiday. Double 12 is the second one. So if you want to get your double 12 deals on Cambly, you can go to their app, download their app. For new users, you can get a free class. You just have to use my code 999Mike, or if you buy a seasonal package, for 3 months, you can get 25% off until the 13th of December, or a year package, you can get 43% off, but you have to act quickly. You only have 3 days to take advantage of this, so be early, get the discount.
The early bird catches the worm, folks. The early bird catches the worm.
On Cambly, there's lots of awesome teachers like Dave. Go give it a try, you're not going to regret it. Okay, so Dave, over 50 countries have English as their official language. There are probably well over 100 known accents of English. What do we do with this? What's your advice?
Okay, because I'm English, because I'm from Great Britain, because I'm from the UK, I will always say British English is the best English to learn. That's me speaking as an Englishman. Speaking as a teacher, I believe that the student should focus on what their goal is and then learn the type of English and learn the grammar and vocabulary and fluency required for that goal. Okay, accents are just really like the icing on the cake. When I say icing on the cake, I mean they're like a decoration. Less important than accuracy and fluency. Okay, those are what you should be focusing on. Accuracy, fluency.
All the students have all these accents to choose from. What should they choose? How do they know?
I think it's important that students always remember that it's their English. You own your English. So who do you want to sound like? Who do you want to speak like? You own how you speak English. So it's up to you to choose. I mean, do you want to speak like you're from Scotland up there? Because if you're down south in London, if you're in London, nobody will understand what you're saying. What? Because you're speaking like this. All the people up the north. And if you go to Ireland, imagine you go into Ireland, you go into Dublin, and then you go over there. So accent's less important. Again, it's secondary, as I always say, to fluency, accuracy, and that's what we help you with on Cambly.
So it's really about who you want to sound like. I agree with that. If you want to sound like someone in the south of the U.S., they talk like this, a little slower. But in
I
North,
don't know what you're talking about there. I just don't know what you're talking about. Come on now, that's not English. It sounds like you're talking a different language, man. Come on.
I think your southern U.S. accent is better than mine. And I'm American. Do they choose one accent and stick to it, or should they try to learn more than one?
Their English and them speak English isn't to be like someone else. The reason they want to speak English is to express themselves. So I would prefer that students become accurate and fluent expressing what they think and feel before they think about how they look or sound to other people. I would hope that they would worry about being understood by other people before how they sound, you know? I want my students to be understood, yeah.
As a British teacher, a high-level British teacher, I want to hear your best reasons, your sales pitch, why people should maybe lean towards British accent. What are some things to help students decide? And I'll give my reasons for the American English accent, because there is a few reasons you may want to go one way or the other. So yeah, what do you think?
Well, first and foremost, the biggest reason to choose British English is because we invented the language, okay, guys? We invented it. The American guys, they didn't invent the language, okay? They ruined it, right? It's a secret. The American people ruined English. I'm just joking, no. Lots of people think it's sexier. My wife thinks it's sexier.
Wow. Americans think it's sexy.
Yeah, so Americans think it's sexy, which is good. It's always good to be sexy. I don't know what it's like to be sexy. I imagine it's fantastic, but it's considered more standard. It's standardized in UK. You've got Oxford and Cambridge standards of English. Most textbooks use British English. Dictionaries use British English, but now we're seeing some other colloquial uses. So you'll see in a dictionary whether it's British or it's US at times. So that's changing. It makes you sound smarter, as you can see. I sound incredibly smart.
I agree with that.
I'm actually completely stupid. I know nothing about English or teaching, but I sound like I know everything. That's amazing, okay? Also, for IELTS, sometimes you might have a US examiner who will be less associated with British. So it's good to know both.
And conversely, if you're going to take the TOEFL, then it's a very American test, so you definitely want to focus on US English, I would say. The US has so many shows, and the Hollywood movies, they're everywhere. So if you want movie resources and stuff like that, you're gonna be just learning American English, because obviously there's some great British movies, but just the number of them in the US is just crazy how much stuff we make. There's probably fewer accents in the US than the UK. I think our accent hasn't had as much time to evolve.
Because I know that in the south of the US, the people who speak the southern accent, there's around 40 million people speak that accent. And there's close to 70 million people in the whole of the UK. So you could say that more than half of the UK, the equivalent, speak in one accent in the US. But yeah, I'm going to give you that one. I'd say there's fewer maybe.
I guess, the population of the US, quite large. We have more overall speakers of American English. And I've heard that British people are more picky about your accent, like other people's accents. They might correct you a little bit more often. Whereas in the US, it's just kind of like, whatever, I understood you, that's good enough.
We're more sensitive about, I think, in general, about people who aren't from the UK. So we are very picky. With our own. My wife is from Liverpool. We joke that the people like to steal things. Yeah? So if I say, all right, how's it going? Where's my car? Oh no, my mum's stolen it. That's what they say up in Liverpool. So we're very picky about accent, and we make a lot of judgments sometimes based on accent, becoming less important though.
So if you don't want to be judged, study US English.
You know what? That's not a bad piece of advice. But we're welcoming to non-native speakers, but it's good to have a nice accent. It's nice to blend it.
Like Teacher Dave said, you got to figure out what's your goal. Are you taking a test? Are you going for a job interview? Are you going to live abroad? Do you just want to talk like people in the movies? Who do you want to sound like? And if you can answer that, I think you'll be on the right path to choosing which accent you want to study. It's just kind of like Coca-Cola or Pepsi, right? What do you prefer?
I don't know. They're both really unhealthy and equally unhealthy. The only thing I could say, learning English is very healthy. So it's the opposite of Coca-Cola and Pepsi, I'd say. It's like a healthy version.
All right. Thanks so much, Dave, for your insights from a top-level British English teacher. And guys, don't forget, you can talk to Dave and a lot of other teachers on Cambly like him. And if you act really soon,
12-12.
Yep, if you act before 12/13, you can get 25% off a 3-month package and 43% off a yearly package. If you're still not sure, just take a free class with my code 999Mike. Just sign up on the app, 999Mike, free class.
Come and find me. I will put you through the English washing machine.
Awesome. So thank you once again, Dave, for joining us.
No
Guys,
worries.
don't forget to subscribe and go visit Dave. And we will see you next time. 我是麦克老师，下次再见。